Better. Okay. Cool. Second.
Second
Well, no,
clap.
I have to tell myself.
I know. I'm just repeating. Second clap.
Yeah.
Chacon.
Second.
That's the second clap.
Suck on it.
Ooh.
Why did that? Whoa. Hold on.
Simon's gonna need a minute. Simon's gonna need a
gonna-
minute. I can't speak.
I'm gonna take 5. You hear some weird sounds. It's gonna just ignore it.
Noise suppression has been turned on.
Welcome to the Streamless podcast. Today with me, I have Rhenvi,
And I fall for all the thirst traps on social media.
Lazy,
I have the softest curtains.
and Josh.
I used to be one of those kids that loved to chew on their pencil erasers.
And I'm Cordelia Chase, and this morning I oozed out of my bed like a pile of goo.
So much.
Oh!
I didn't see this ending as you being an Alex Mack character just liquefying out of your bed.
I mean, to be honest, though, that's kind of how it worked. I literally just slid out of bed towards the bathroom, like feet first, and then my whole back connected with the corner of my bed and the back of my neck, my head. My cat looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. I probably looked like a fucking idiot.
I feel like that's me, like any early morning alarm thing. Like, it can be work, but if it's something that's especially extra, like I'm not getting paid to be up that early, I melt out of the bed. Like, why?
I feel like what was
Was
just
this
described just gave me like the Grudge imagery.
Yes!
Just
But it's like a grudge you called in, like,
Can you not?
it's like the grudge has had a bad day. It's just like, oh, I guess I'll go haunt these motherfuckers. And also, I would also chew on pencil erasers, dude, and pen caps that are like real thin
Oh my
and chewy.
God,
So
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I am the chewer. Like, I almost want to get one of those bark boxes, which is like the subscription box for dogs, with like the extra aggressive chewers, just for me, because I
Yeah.
chew and chew and chew. Like, at a table, you'll know where I sat because my straw will look like it's been extremely abused by my teeth. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You served a purpose.
There's actually a site where you can buy things to chew on like that, but it's mostly
I
for
heard
kids.
about
I mean,
that.
adults can use them too, obviously, but I bought some because, hello, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But they're all super thick. They're all like a half
Yeah.
inch to 3/4 of an inch, and I want something that's like a 1/4 inch that I don't have to be like over. I can just be like nom nom nom.
So we're all in the spectrum. Well, I don't know about Simon, but we're at least all in the spectrum of the ADD or ADHDs, and that's actually a huge component of it. Is you'll have something you kind of just over obsess about, or do consistently. Like, I'll twirl my hair, almost at least 10 times a day. Like, but I'll make it into like little knots and kind of leave it there, move on to the next one, or also there. I used to destroy every pen I owned. It was like, well. If someone would ask me, do you have a pen? I'd be like, yeah. They're like, you know what? I'm good, Chief. You keep that. And I was like, oh no, the judgment. Erasers, yeah, especially if I had an art eraser, those like stretchy ones. Oh my god, I would just gnaw on it like something's wrong with me.
You
have
chew
never
on a
heard
kneaded
of that.
eraser?
Oh hell yeah, I did. Yeah,
Ugh.
100% guilty. Like, I probably should have died from all of the we'll say quote unquote non-toxic things I put in my mouth. By now, but as of yet, I'm still alive and kicking.
Wait, Simon doesn't know what a kneaded eraser is. Is that what I was
I
saying?
didn't know that people chewed on their erasers.
Oh.
Yes, it's a huge thing. Oh yeah,
At least
yeah.
in the States.
And the problem is
Apparently.
with pencils, you have to be paying fucking attention. Because God forbid you move around a bit and you hit your teeth on a little metal piece that attaches the eraser to the pencil. You're like, hallelujah. Like, your whole entire body zings. And you're like, you know what? That was a bad. Let me just not do that again. But yeah, oh yeah, that all the time. Especially in school when you were bored. And then I would chew on like pencils too. So like,
I was gonna say, I get biting on the pencil, but the eraser?
yeah.
Because it was gummy. It was almost gummy.
Yeah, you ever seen
Yeah.
a good eraser where you're like, this would be so good to chew on. Again, I'm probably a dog in another life. It's okay. I'm fine with that. I just, for some reason, reincarnated here without any of my chew toys. But it's fall, you guys. It's fall.
Yes.
Woohoo.
So speaking, well, that was
yeah, that was very lackluster.
We need to talk about that for a minute, sir. But I feel like with fall comes a lot of things like pumpkin spice, and then moving into winter, like the mocha chocolate. There's so many, I think, overhyped seasonal food. I, for one, am not a pumpkin spice person, but I'm also the serial killer, I think, of the group, where I drink my coffee black.
I drank my coffee black.
Oh, great. I have company, except for Josh. It's good to know. I love you. I will remember you.
In the
arms of an angel. Oh my god. Never take me karaoke. My voice sucks ass. But no, I feel like there are things that they're just overhyped. Like, so a great example, like, so Thanksgiving is like the next like major, at least the time of recording, holiday for us.
For the U.S. Simon doesn't have Thanksgiving.
Aha!
No, we don't.
Nice
really
point
don't.
of clarification. Well, Simon, real fast. Thanksgiving, dead bird plus sides. You're done.
I've seen
lots
the
of
pictures
desserts.
of Thanksgiving fucking feasts.
Yeah.
Listen, you would probably actually love it, except for don't go to like a really suburban, boring neighborhood, because I feel like you'd have the most boring food. You need to go somewhere with a little bit of flavor, like my house, or...
I wouldn't count mine. Mine goes into that suburban thing, but I have been to other people's Thanksgivings who have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta go to the hole-in-the-wall neighborhoods almost, where you're just like, oh my god, this is the juiciest, most tender, oh my god. And then you have Thanksgivings you go to, and I've gone to one pretty often, where you're like, thank you for this jerky. This turkey jerky is delicious because it's so dry.
To be fair, though, our turkeys have always been juicy.
Yeah.
You know, and we actually use
seasonings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we stuff it with stuffing that has like sausage and stuff. So we're not complete suburbanite. We're a little bit different.
You pass.
Yeah. And I know turkey is really easy to get dry.
Yeah. It is, but it's so easy to not get dry that you're kind of like, how do people fuck this up? But it happens. Then there's boring stuffing, and there's the stuffing that Cordi's talking about, where you throw some sausage in that. So good. If you're in my house, you get wild, and you add some Jamaican jerk seasoning to that, because that's even better. But stuff like cranberry sauce, I can't.
Nope.
Nope, that's a hard pass for me.
Oh.
It's an overhyped seasonal food, and I can't do it.
Did we lose Josh?
We lost Josh. We have a man down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
his power
I
went
was
out.
like, shit.
I thought he was just holding still.
So did I, and I'm like, why is he not chiming in on this food discussion? Food is like his thing.
No, I was sitting there like, dude is keeping his breath for way too long.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, click. It's dead. We've lost him. Message comes in. Oh no, man down.
Man down.
There it went.
And his square is gone.
His no square.
This is his no square.
I will remember you.
Wait.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Yeah. Look at someone decided to Rick and Morty travel without us. That's okay. Fine, buddy.
Yeah.
What'd you see? What chaos did you start?
The freaking power went out. So we were recording yesterday, so it's been like a full day, and now we're here.
Perfect.
And none of us went back to completely recall where we left off, so if we repeat something, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
None of us are put together enough to go back and think of these things beforehand.
No. We're like, honestly, in general, we're a collective hive mind of one person. One. People. It's
We're
not
one...
forced.
We have 1.5 brain cells all put together.
Honestly,
all the time.
They're really trying. Well, Is it one brain cell with a tumor? Because I feel like 1.5 is kind of like a not full,
kind of one working against.
not full brain cell. Just a little sidecar of a buddy. Like the short fin on Nemo. Like it's trying. It's not really doing anything though. So.
I feel like all of us put together makes one semi-sentient human being.
Right. I think that's a good solid. Like our forget like games or shows or movies like Pacific Rim and all that, where it's like each person gets into a mech, or like no, we all make up one big mech because we can't do it.
We're the
individually.
Power Rangers.
Oh my god, can I be the tomato on the Big Mac?
There you go. Sure.
Because I'm extra juicy.
Oh my god.
I somehow did not see that coming, and now I hate myself a little bit. But all right, Big Mac, out there.
Oh god.
But I think before the jump in time traveling, because it's now a different whole day, guys. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were talking about seasonal foods that are overhyped. And
Yeah.
whether or not you're about to hear this twice, audience, is up to you. But basically, I think we had moved down to like things that were just like, okay, like it's fall as of time of recording. So cranberry sauce. I'm thinking of things for like Thanksgiving, right? And we were talking about good Thanksgivings. I know that Cordi has a good Thanksgiving. There are places here that have really questionable stuff, and cranberry sauce, no matter what, has always been kind of a meh, because like usually it comes in a jar from like Ocean Spray or somebody, a can from like Ocean Spray or something, and you open it up and it's kind of like blah, 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 like Jello molds out of this can in the shape of a can,
And it stays that way until you mix it up.
Until you like mix it up. Or unless you're like, a lot of households, you just slice that bitch and you still have the can ripples. And you're just like, okay, thanks. They're like, don't you want some cranberry? No, I do not. So in my house, I make it fresh from actual cranberries because I can't stand that congealed can bullshit. And I can see that right now you guys can't see because we do video when we record, so we get good expressions. But Simon right now, during my discussion of the gelatinous cranberry bullshit we eat, is like his soul is left his body. He cannot understand this could be.
How can you not like cranberry sauce?
Oh, you like this?
I love it.
Oh, never mind. Guys, the impression I got was that he was like, oh, hell no. But no, this is like I need it in my life. Like, I have an additional question for you. Are you also like a Chef Boyardee kid? Like, you like the like canned ravioli? Do you have that kind of crap over there?
No, we don't have like canned, I think. I've never seen canned. We got in jars.
Of like ravioli, like for kids, and like SpaghettiOs. You ever had a
we don't.
SpaghettiO?
We have SpaghettiOs. I've never had it.
I do not fuck with SpaghettiOs. No.
Listen, my husband is 30 years old and will still eat SpaghettiOs like it's no tomorrow.
That's mine too.
But,
They are disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, I have to like actively remember to pull them out of the cart before checkout. Like, no, we're not eating this shit in our house. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, so we have traveled far from seasonal foods. So I'm gonna scurry back here, but I think it's weird that and then like it's now kind of a joke in America for the most part, and I guess unless
pumpkin
you make
spice.
it, but no, not even pumpkin spice. I was jumping forward to fruitcake. Like, I feel like, why do people even still buy and sell that? Like, why is that a thing? But and just to kind of expand seasonal foods a bit, and I may get beaten up for this. That's okay. But I feel like during like Easter and everything like that, you have peeps. I don't like peeps.
I don't either.
They're not my thing.
Nope.
But I feel like you say that out loud, someone's gonna knock you the fuck out. The little marshmallow motherfuckers that are
covered in
sugar that don't taste good. They just don't taste good. And everyone's like, oh, don't you want peeps? What do you mean you don't like peeps? I don't like peeps, bitch. I don't like peeps. They're disgusting. I'm good. But they make, honestly, like 100 million of those bitches. Like every fucking Easter, you're like, oh, God. No, I'm good.
See, I fuck with the Reese's eggs.
See, but that's different.
Now, that's the one thing I gotta tell you. No matter the fucking season, I want it. I was at
yeah.
Target yesterday, like the mecca for female shoppers, and there was a whole rack of Reese's Pumpkins.
Yes.
Do you know how much self-control it took for me not to just nosedive through those things?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh please, I would snort that like cocaine. I would have a lot of peanut butter blockage, but I would snort that like cocaine, no problem. The Christmas trees, the pumpkins, the eggs, oh yes.
Is the eggs, is that just like a cream filling?
No, but it's just like a Reese's, but like I feel like the eggs, the trees, and the pumpkins are better than just like regular Reese's.
Because
cups.
you prefer the smaller chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
Yeah.
See, and I like
I was
more
going to
chocolate
say, is
with
it
my
something
peanut butter.
like, is this like comparing normal nuggies to dino nuggies?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
No, it's
However,
not the same.
I found
It is
I found
not
a
the
loophole.
same.
I found a loophole though. When we're doing these comparisons, remember we talked about candy corn versus candy corn pumpkins? That comparison does not align. I think we all agreed the candy corn's good, but candy corn pumpkins, no. Of the ones who liked candy corn, I can see that Josh is
I have never had
vehemently
candy corn.
is not on your list. But we
It's not
agreed
Dave's
that
thing either.
I
candy
cannot.
corn pumpkins
I could not
too
fuck with
much.
candy corn. Nope.
Okay. Okay,
Nope.
here's my question though about candy corn.
Yeah.
There's like the candy corn that's your, what is it, white, yellow, and orange. But then you've got your
I know you're
harvest
going.
corn that has the brown, orange, and white.
Yeah.
Which do you have a preference? Is my question.
No, I don't. No, I like it all because I like chalky shit like that. Because I don't know,
not that
maybe I was a
chalky.
crack baby and I didn't realize. But like, I like that chalky shit. But like, I like mushy peas. Like, I love canned peas. I would be the one asshole in the apocalypse, probably next to you in your empty baby food containers, sitting there just spooning out chalky peas. Like,
You're grossing me the fuck out right now.
you're welcome. It's okay. And
Okay,
it's
and-
a sick obsession.
I will admit that like with candy corn for me, it's more like it's like an every other year sort of thing. Like 1 year, I will like candy corn. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll fuck with candy corn. And then the next year, it's like, no, get it away from me. Do not put it near me. Like, I don't want it.
You're like, and we're good. We're
Yeah.
good.
Although I do like it when, because one of my friends that mixes candy corn with like peanuts.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Like, if it's not the only thing in the mix, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen someone use melted candy corns. I don't know if it was peanuts or
Melted?
some sort of yeah, or some sort of other type of nut. It might have been peanuts, and they mixed peanuts, that, and then Rice Krispies, and made this like fall crispy treat.
Oh
And
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty delicious, and I was like, "That's genius." And I forget about it every year until just now, when someone mentions candy corn. So cool! I'll have to make some.
I just remember one of my favorite seasonal snacks:
Oh,
Yes.
popcorn balls.
never had a popcorn ball.
No.
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 The last time I had a popcorn ball, it was probably small, but I have had them. But I've tried to make them as an adult, and
They're hard.
you know, listen.
Yeah.
I didn't need to tear up my kitchen for all that. I didn't need to make every single dish dirty, like popcorn everywhere. It looks like someone came in and like broke into my house and just threw shit places, like paper mache level popcorn ball shit everywhere. And I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I
Yeah.
don't care. Next time I'll just lacquer the bitches. They'll just like, I'm done.
Wow.
I consider puppy chow to be like a seasonal food too.
Oh,
I think that's
God,
a
but
regional
so
thing too.
good.
That's a Midwestern
I
thing.
think it is. It's a Midwest thing. Yeah. So if
God.
you're listening outside of
Although-
this area.
Although, to be honest, I actually hadn't heard about it until one of my previous boyfriends. Like, his family made it, but my
Wait,
family
you
never did.
grew up without Poppy Chow?
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. Listen, Cordi had resided in the Midwest for most of her life. We have now voted to boot her off the island because we
Good,
cannot
I can go
believe
live in Denmark
she
with Simon.
didn't have it.
Yay, party!
Cordi.
Where we don't have puppy chow.
No, we don't have Poppy Chow.
And I know that this isn't like a seasonal food, but I know that this is kind of going in a different direction, but it's still like the same topic.
Sure.
But there's like a dish here that's only in like where I live in the area that like no one else has ever heard of, but like whenever, so like if you guys were to come to visit, I would have to take you to a place where you could have it. It's called like a horseshoe.
Okay.
And what it is, they call it an open-faced sandwich.
Oh, we know what those are.
Yeah, so
or at
like
least I do.
There's like a piece of bread on a plate.
Yep.
And
then
shaved
like
meat?
and then like a burger.
Oh, never mind.
Like a whole ass
burger
burger
or meat. Yeah.
A pile of fries. On top of that,
Oh.
smothered in cheese.
Okay,
No,
so
I
it's
don't
almost like
have
poutine
that.
on a poutine. It's almost poutine on a
Poutine
shingle.
on rye.
Yeah,
I'm like shit on a shingle is like what we call
We
open
have
faced
that.
hot
No, no,
turkey sandwiches,
100% what Cordi's saying. We have shit on a shingle.
which is meat with gravy on top of a piece of bread.
And that's where I was going, was the shaved meat and the gravy on a piece of bread. And you took a left turn, and I was like, yeah, my stop was here. My exit's here. I'm going to get off this.
Yeah,
right.
Josh, yours almost sounds like poutine on a shingle. Instead of shit on a shingle, poutine on a
Just
shingle.
add some gravy to that. I mean, you'd have an American version. Cheese curds are preferred, but you could have a. That sounds like really good hangover food, though.
Actually,
like,
yes.
The horseshoe?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Here in Michigan, we have things like and it's as far as I'm aware, it's regional to us, but and not even where Cordi and I are at, but northern of us. Pasties.
Yeah.
Pasties are delicious, and basically what they are is they're just like a piece of like, sort of like flaky, between like a pizza and flaky dough kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the inside, you have stuffed like ground beef and vegetables. So you've got like usually your carrots, potatoes, sometimes your celery,
Sometimes
and then
peas.
meat, sometimes peas, and then meat just shoved in this like little dough pocket. And they would give it to like I think the miners and different stuff that were up there, and Iron Mountain and different places, and that was like your lunch. You had this little pocket of just meat and veggies, and they're delicious.
They
have
are.
like, they're huge.
Mm-hmm.
They're just they're a brick, and you know you're gonna be probably constipated later, but they're worth it, and everybody buys them. And whenever someone goes up north, you're like, bring me home some pasties. Like, I'll hurt you. Bring that or venison. If you're going up north, you would rather bring me some deer, or you'd better bring me a pasty. Those are the two options to come back home with.
And with the pasty, you have the option to, on the side, have some sort of gravy or something to dip it in.
I was just trying to dip it in. I usually use sour cream.
Because
I
was going to say, because it does get a little bit dry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is dry. You want it to be somewhat wet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just no way to reinvigorate that. I mean, you gotta you gotta pray. But you could watch.
It's gotta be a little wet, yeah.
Listen, I talked about this before. Lubrication's
Moist.
important.
Yes.
Anyway, so yes, you need that bitch to be a little wet.
Well, since we're talking regional foods, Simon, what you got near you?
Yeah. What do you have?
Regional food. It's weird because like we just do solid food.
No, see, I don't believe that, because I've heard the way you talked about how you make sandwiches, and I'm like, that's not ever the way I would make a sandwich.
Excuse?
The stuff you put on your sandwiches, I'm like, I hope that's good for you, sweetheart, because that does not sound like something I would put on my sandwiches. So, like, describe how you make your. I think everybody else needs to know how you make your sandwiches, sir.
Hold on, before
Two
you go into
slices
that, that's like how Lazy also likes to put fucking mayonnaise on his pizza. Anyway, continue.
Excuse you.
I knew that was coming. I saw it in Josh's face.
I also like to Winnie the Pooh mayonnaise. So I'm on team mayonnaise. You're welcome. It's okay. At least I also wear pants and not just a shirt, so I'm not giving you the whole business with my mayonnaise. Anyway, I know he can hear us, so I don't even care. Tell me about your sandwiches. Tell me, Simon. Tell me about
just
your
like,
food.
do you mean just like when I do a piece of bread, spinach, ham, not necessarily ham, but serrano ham, or
Keep going.
What's it?
Keep going.
Salami, and then Miracle Whip, and British mustard.
You had like cucumbers and shit on that at one point too.
Yo, dude. You mean with like my open face sandwiches?
Sure. Let's go with that.
With the liver pate and the cucumber.
There you go.
There you go. That's
It's fucking delicious, dude.
Thank you. No, listen, the three of us have canceled your ass. There's no fucking way.
Y'all need to try that out.
No.
I have stated when I'm in Denmark, you are allowed to try and feed that to me, and I will at least give it a shot.
It is good.
No, not me. Not me.
You will have
I am already
meat.
a picky eater. That is not happening.
You cannot say that in 2020, okay? We will not have your meat. Thank you very much. But no, I mean, there's things where you said that, and I'm just sitting here, and like, honestly, I don't think I could scrunch my face more. I was like, oh, well, you enjoy that sandwich. That sounds terrible.
It is so good, dude.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yesterday, you need to try it out.
Do I? Yeah. Listen, I'm Team Josh on this one.
Look, man, it's the size of a fucking dollar bill for an open face sandwich. You can make it. You can.
No.
It works.
No.
We've all figured out that I'm the most adventurous food-wise out of all of us here, because I'm willing to try anything once.
Listen, you were like, I'll try haggis, and I was like, bro, no, there's no
I want
fucking
to try that
way
shit.
I would ever. You would have to pay me like enough.
Haggis.
Like I'd have to have a negotiation, lawyers, check in hand, like an official like decree of. Immediately upon consumption, X is transferred to your account, not returnable. Like a full-on legal discussion of me having haggis.
5-page contract.
Absolutely fucking not, because I'm like, bleh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'll give you $1. I'll bet you $5. You keep your $5. I don't want to vomit today. Thank you. No.
See, Simon and I are on the okay. We'll try haggis. As is Meerkat. Meerkat is interested in trying haggis. Surprisingly.
No.
You guys are just shaking your head at him and us. Let's be
Where's
honest.
your sense of adventure,
Exactly.
man?
Not
That
there.
left when COVID started.
You know.
Wow.
Okay, no. Because I'm sorry. I'm gonna go out there and talk about facts real fast. Just hate me later. I don't blame Josh for that response because people ate bat. And that is how we got to this conclusion right now. So, adventurous food, I can understand. Maybe I'm going to take a little step back. Okay? Because I don't want COVID-20 to come rushing out of my dumb ass eating haggis or some shit. I'm good. I'm good. No. What'd you eat, ma'am? I don't know organs.
Like really overrated Christmas food, though. That would be goose.
Never actually had goose.
Oh, we don't do goose here.
Oh,
That's
it's so
Canada for
dry.
sure.
It's
But
dry.
we don't have goose here.
So dry. It's so easy to fuck up, and everyone I think one of my aunts manages to get it right, but other than that, it's just like, oh, it's so dry.
What does it taste? This may sound like a stupid question,
Tastes
but what
like
is it?
goose.
Thanks. But is it similar to like chicken and turkey, or does it have a like gamey flavor? If you even know
I
what
would
that
assume
means.
more gamey, to be honest. It would probably taste more gamey.
To the best of my knowledge, that would be a
Gamey.
bit more gamey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like
Just
I've
like-
never had duck, and I've heard that duck tastes a little gamey, but that's also like kind of greasy, really greasy.
Duck is supposed to be. I've never had duck because my favorite animal as a kid growing up was a duck.
Duck is
So like
good.
I've forever not eaten duck because it was a childhood best friend. I had a lonely life. But I feel
Common
like things
mistake,
like
though.
Cornish hens are so domesticated. So are chickens. So I feel like you would never ever tell it was gamey because you never really
Yeah.
get a chance to have the gaminess. But quail, like I love quail. I mean,
Never
it's
had that.
it's like a dude. It's not even fucking worth it. It's like
Well, they're
the
tiny,
world's
aren't they?
smallest. Yeah, you need like 18 of them to be full. But I mean, they're delicious and they're really compact flavor. And if you cook them right, they're amazing. They got really good natural flavor and they're not gamey. but they don't taste like chicken. They don't taste like turkey. They don't taste like Cornish hens.
Do they
and so they've
taste like
got
quail?
A different. It tastes like quail. Good job, Simon.
We're
They
learning
do taste like quail. You want a gold
Yeah.
star? Here we go. Gold star.
Crocodile tastes a bit, or is it alligator taste a bit like chicken? It's one of the.
I've heard that, but I've never actually tried that.
I've never had it either.
The
I
same
have.
frog
Yeah.
legs. They say frog legs taste like chicken, and that's something where I'm like, I don't need to eat the frog prince. I think I'm good. He can just keep it on. I've never looked at a frog and been like, let me get your legs up in my deep fryer. No, I'm good. No.
I'm sorry,
no.
what?
Exactly.
Frog legs. Yeah, just. Ugh.
Kangaroo is really tough meat, though.
Again, that's wild. We don't have that here. So I'm like, what? I think the most crazy stuff we have, honestly, on a semi-regular basis that's gamey is like buffalo.
I'd love to try
that's
buffalo.
That's a drier meat too. Like you really have to treat buffalo with some extra lubrication. Otherwise everyone's like, oh, you can usually get a bison burger. Most places you can get a hamburger. But it's dry. It's just like, oh, okay. I don't know about that. What are you laughing at, Cords?
Josh, he's doing something with his camera.
I don't know
But
what you're talking about.
them visual gags and this audio based.
I know.
Right.
But to be honest though, going back to seasonal though, real quick, not just pumpkin spice, pumpkin in general, I feel is a little overhyped considering like pumpkin pies, good, yes. However, most pumpkin fillings actually don't have pumpkin in them. It's other gourds. And that fucked me up the first time I heard that. Because I was like, wait, you're telling me that this pumpkin pie is not actually pumpkin?
Yeah.
You know, and then you've got your pumpkin spice lattes and coffees and stuff, which not great. I mean, when I worked at McDonald's,
Not horrible.
not horrible,
great.
but not great. When I worked at
Yeah.
McDonald's, and I'm sure people that work at Starbucks and any coffee place are like, people go fucking crazy for pumpkin spice. They're like, give me that sweetness. And but the only way I would use the pumpkin spice syrup for myself was I would put like one pump period in my regular coffee, and that's it. It gave it not so much a pumpkin-y flavor, but it gave like a sweet little bit of spice.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked. But most of the stuff, it's like you put 5 or 6 pumps of that shit in there. Oh, hell no. That shit's gross.
Yeah. No, there's the amount of pumps of something, and I realized this when I was going into the office, we actually had a Starbucks in our building.
Mm-hmm.
I had never really paid attention before because my lazy ass has always kind of done the drive-through for the most part before I moved to this building. And so I just drive through and carry on. And like, I never really had anything besides usually my serial killer black coffee. Most mornings.
Yeah.
But a couple of times I was like, you know what? It's a treat yourself day. So I would, stroll up, and now when I have those treat yourself days, well, at least when I was in the office, I would say, oh, can I have, and hazelnut was kind of my go-to because I love hazelnut flavor.
Hazelnut's
And I was
good.
like, oh, can I,
so
I'll
good.
have a hazelnut coffee. I had no idea how many pumps of this shit they put in your...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. People of America, check what they're putting in your coffee. Because I guarantee you don't like coffee. You like flavoring with some coffee flavor. Like some syrup with coffee flavor added. That's all you want, I promise.
So, working at McDonald's, I was in the McCafe section a good portion of the time because they knew that I knew how to prioritize and the timing of everything.
McCafe.
So, the fact that for a small hot, because cold got different pumps than hot because it wouldn't dissolve as easily. So for a small hot coffee, latte, whatever, it's 3 pumps of a syrup. And that's a 12-ounce cup. For a medium, which is 16 ounces, it's 5 pumps. And then for a large, it's 6, which is 20 ounces. And that's, and I don't know how many ounces those actual pumps are. But it's
It feels like, so I watch them do it, and like you see them like fill like a good like rung on the glass of syrup, and you're like, wait, hold on. Chief, let's hold on. This is why there's 1,000 calories in my drink. Like, this is ridiculous. Oh yeah, no, totally. There's the amount of stuff that's in there, and then never mind like the seasonal like fraps, like using Starbucks, right? Or like even McDonald's had things like that too, like the seasonal items. Holy shit, pumpkin spice one thing, but then the white chocolate, there's always at least like 4 to 5 things per season. So like pumpkin spice is the main thing. There's also like a chai cinnamon spice one. There's a, and then over
salted
at
caramel mocha.
there you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
Those
come again with that one?
Salted caramel mocha is so good.
Okay, so Simon grew a huge boner during that one. Simon, you can just go to Starbucks one of these days. I'm sure we've got one over there because we're everywhere.
Dude, I've gone to Starbucks, and I think I've said this before a couple of weeks back.
Fuck you,
about
don't say it.
Starbucks.
Don't say it.
It's overrated.
No, it's not.
Their drip
And
coffee
then-
is shit.
Yeah,
I'm fairly certain as well that I've voiced my opinion on the pumpkin spice
Yeah.
being the absolute worst garbage that they've ever
Here's
shoveled
the
out
thing,
of
here's
their
the thing.
windows.
Here's the thing. You are entitled to your opinion, but my basic ass wants some Starbucks, and that's okay. Like, you can have your over here, it's fine, but if I'm feeling extra special, I'm like, gotta get me some Starbucks.
Yes, I do have that refined palate where I just want
Refined
my
palate.
black coffee.
Yeah.
From filtered
you're also a
coffee.
serial killer like me. I just like expensive
Yes.
black coffee. It's fine. Same
Yeah,
thing.
but Starbucks drip coffee is shit. It literally, I've never had a good cup of black coffee from Starbucks.
No, but it's good for me. But the thing
I could
is,
be a
Starbucks brews 2 for 1. The reason why their stuff is so crazy is, and they tell you when you buy a package at home, put in double the beans to the water. They want it to be hella strong like that, and
It's not the
more tarry.
strength. When it tastes slightly burnt, and then I tell them, and they're like, they taste it, and they're like, no, it's fine.
Well,
And
I don't know.
then I'm like, can I please get a refund or something to replace it? And they're like, well, since we don't see anything wrong with it, no. I've had bitchy baristas, and you know me, I don't get up in people's faces about shit like this.
I was gonna say, I think you just need to borrow some of me and get up in their face, like.
But I don't do that shit. I can't do that shit to people's faces. I will cry. You know this.
I'm gonna call my Rhenvi on you.
I get,
I'm over here being a pit bull, and she's like, I will cry! Damn it!
well, no, that's like my... Whenever I have a heightened emotional response, whether I'm happy, I'm angry, I'm sad, just like nervous, whatever, I cry. That's fucking what happens.
Same.
I've been trying so hard to like
Not do
reprogram
that.
myself.
Yeah.
Reprogram myself, and I just can't at this point. Like, I've tried. What?
Only going off the last sentence because I'm really here and paying attention. I promise. You're like, I have a heightened emotional response. I cry. I'm like, do you cry when you orgasm? Sorry. I was like,
Oh
wait a minute.
my.
Right? Happy,
Nope.
sad, angry. And I'm like, there's another one.
Oh, no.
But that's not an emotional response. That's a physical response.
Depending
That's
I
a
on the
don't know.
sexy
person.
My brain
response.
went a completely different direction.
So, no. So next time, just pack a Rhenvi when you go to Starbucks. I'll get you a coffee. Damn it, that you like. Damn it.
They will think that they're so cool until they hear X gonna give it to you, and Rhenvi stands up in her monkey motif onesie in battle stance.
Listen, I will end people. No, but well, thank you for that additional burp. You're welcome. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the first one to burp on the podcast. I'm proud of myself. That means I can just go crazy now. Okay.
No.
We're good.
No,
Oh,
what you're gonna do
no,
is you're gonna
no.
delete it.
No.
As Simon chugs a bit of his Pepsi.
Yeah.
Listen. But no, so talking about seasonal foods, switching gears just a little bit, what about like annoying food? So we're talking about pumpkin, how you're saying how the pumpkin spice seasoning was like really irritating to, or really you were kind of miffed, I guess, not irritated, that it was actually made up of multiple different types of gourds and not just pumpkin. We talk about how annoying it is to just, I can tell you right now, I didn't even use this one for food. Most people don't, here in America at least. The pumpkins for your front porch. I'm sick of scooping out seeds. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want my fingers in the guts. I don't want anything. I don't want annoying foods when I have to like separate eggs. I don't want to sit here and separate that shit.
Pomegranates.
Pomegranates for you,
are a piece. Oh my god! Trying to get the seeds out so you can eat them and everything takes fucking ever. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take a half hour to, get the seeds out of this pomegranate, and then I'm going to be done eating them in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost like you. I feel like the for me, it's all about the return on investment, right?
Yeah.
For the food item or things in life in general, like, am I gonna enjoy this? Does this spark joy? No.
Okay,
doing
Marie.
things like that.
Yeah.
Listen, you see what I've been doing to my house. I am Marie Kondo right now. Call me.
Hey, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay. It was just the way you presented it.
Yeah. No, but I feel like there's things like, it's almost like, you guys ever had to peel a tough orange or a tough tangerine?
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you're peeling and you're peeling. You just can't seem to get more than a few. And you have confetti. You have citrus confetti below you. You're like, just swear to God. Come on.
And then you
you're
get that one
and then you're like,
squeeze
why
that's
didn't
just
I cut it
in
and
your
just
eye.
eat it? This is dumb at this point. But now you're so invested that if you switch to a knife, it's like cheating. And you're like, I just gotta. Okay, fine.
All right.
Fine,
If I
whatever.
grab a knife, it is winning.
It's like-
Speaking of peeling things, can we talk about hard-boiled eggs?
Yes! Those motherfuckers. I hate it. I'm like, can we just...
Or there's even like the times where you go to crack an egg and you go to like peel, crack it open, but only the shell comes off and there's still that film from the inside of the shell.
Oh,
And like you're
yes.
like, what the fuck? And you're
No.
trying to you have to like pierce that to get the egg to come out, but essentially you could pretty much peel the shell off of a raw egg.
Yeah.
And have it not be all over the place. That's annoying. That's
Yeah.
it's one of
I'll tell you a seasonal food that I fucking hate.
oh
Deviled
Oh.
eggs.
what deviled eggs, really?
Oh,
I
love
hate-
deviled
I
eggs.
hate
I've
deviled
never
eggs.
had that.
Okay,
hate
let me
it.
ask. Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Did someone make them homemade for you, or did they buy them?
Homemade.
Wow, that's rough.
I hate them.
Never mind. Oh, I love
Hate.
my husband. My husband also hates like hard-boiled eggs. So like obviously, deviled eggs are a natural addition to that. And he's like, no, negative. And he doesn't like olives. Everything else, and I can even hide olives in food, and he'll eat it. Deviled eggs, he's like,
No.
no.
So what you're
No.
saying
No.
is I cannot eat your deviled eggs.
Me?
Yeah, because you just said hiding olives in deviled eggs.
No, in food in
Okay.
general.
I was just saying.
I'm not gonna poison you. My God.
Oh, Wendy,
She was-
she's coming
Y'all,
by.
she just thought I was gonna put a hit out on her via food, my love language? Absolutely not. Oh no, I care
So-
about you, him. I could silence him that way. Sure.
Since you're the
You know?
chef among us, can you explain to Simon what deviled eggs are?
Oh, okay. So deviled eggs are like hard-boiled eggs. You slice them in half. You take out the yolks that are in the middle. Usually you mix them with mayonnaise, relish, sometimes pimentos, and you blend it, and mustard, and you blend it and you pipe it back into the egg. So it's this, and it's really good. It's got this good, like, salty, yummy flavor. And then you have, the yolk, or, no, the whites that have, they've been hard-boiled, so they're hardened. And there's a little shell. It's a little boat for this delicious topping. And you just kind of, some people will sprinkle it with paprika on top, just to finish it. And you just kind of, and I
so
have been
good,
known
though.
to
No.
eat, like,
They're disgusting.
a carton's worth of eggs left unattended.
Disgusting.
Child, it's okay.
Josh,
No,
don't
it's
you
not.
dislike mustard though?
I
Was it
dislike
you
a
that
lot of things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was mustard one of those things that you dislike though?
Yeah,
Or am
I hate mustard. I hate ketchup. There's a lot of stuff I don't like.
Yeah, so that explains why you don't like deviled eggs, because it's mustard mixed in with the yolk. So, like,
Yeah.
I can understand
You
that.
can barely tell there's mustard.
But what
you
if
don't
you
like hard-boiled
replaced it
eggs.
with mayonnaise?
So
I'm
we
sure
have
people
two
have,
things
actually.
here. No, you have mayonnaise in it. You have mayonnaise. That's one of the
Okay.
key ingredients. Mayonnaise, mustard, relish, and then you can... Are you, like, gonna die with me talking about this? Look on your face. It's like you're melting.
Poor Josh.
All right. Well, anyway, those are
You look
those are
so sad,
deviled
buddy.
non-Josh eggs. So if y'all want the recipe, hit Rhenvi up. You're welcome.
Just give me scrambled eggs with a little bit of salsa. That's how I love my
Are
eggs.
you like an only scrambled egg person?
Yes.
Oh, get out of my house. I can't with you.
Okay.
I can't.
Wait.
And he's all-
Oh, I make everything.
We'll see him walk past Rhenvi in the background in a minute.
You know, my husband, when I met him, he was only a scrambled egg person, and I was like, well, I hate to break it to you, Chief, but if I want eggs Benedict, you're getting eggs Benedict. And if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Like, I was like, no, I'm not making something
Benedict.
else.
Benedict.
That's that actor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like that's accurate. But no, like his mom, like, sweetest person on the face of the fucking planet. Like, she's texting me right now, guys. Look, I can't make this up. It says,
Yep.
boom, nicest person on the face of the planet. Literally, would the boys growing up? So she has two sons and her husband and her. And it wasn't until I spent the night a couple times that she was like, "Hey, I'm making breakfast before you go, or whatever else. Like, what kind of eggs do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, you're making eggs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whatever you're making." And she's like, No. I'm used to making different eggs for different people." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Oh, well, so-and-so likes it this way." She was making 4 different eggs.
Oh, God.
Every
Why?
single time she
I
made
mean, I
breakfast.
understand, but...
But like super sweet. And so I was like, no, thank you. I told Nathan, but I told Nathan the minute he got to my house that if I felt like eating X on a certain day, he was also eating X on a certain day, because I was not making anything else to placate him. I don't like scrambled eggs. So guess what? We're having whatever egg I feel like making.
Hey,
you
that
can
sounds
eat,
right.
or you can starve. You have 2 choices.
Oh, that's the same logic my mum used.
Yeah.
And then I realized I can make my own simple foods. Like, I don't want to make food, but I don't want to eat what you're making. I gotta know how to make food.
Yeah. No, I was never given I feel like as kids, a lot of kids here, like, or maybe around the world, were given options for, like, secondary foods if they didn't want their main meal. Like, you can have a peanut butter sandwich, or you can have, the main meal. I wasn't given the option of you can go have
No.
I'm not making, I worked all day. I'm not making you a second meal. You can
Yeah.
eat now, or you can eat later.
Yeah, my
when you're
parents
really
never
hungry.
did that.
Yeah. I'm like,
No.
I will be the same asshole parent. Don't worry. They're going to run away to Simon's. It's okay. They're going to eat junk food and get constipated. They'll come back at some point.
No. If they come to my place and I decide to make my fucked up liver pate sandwiches.
I have
And
no
they don't
problem.
wanna eat it,
I have
they
no
can
problem
starve.
telling you to fuck off if you give me that sandwich.
Sir,
Just say.
Listen,
try
my
it
child
out.
will
No,
come
I
out
will
with
not.
the same attitude of Josh and just be like, "Fuck off! I'm not eating that shit."
your child
I
will
will
be
be-
starved.
I will be like, fuck.
Yes. Oh my god. No.
Yeah, we...
No.
I feel like my proud national, my choice of foods based on my nationality is being attacked.
It is. Don't
You'll
worry.
be-
I
you'll
do
be
the same
okay.
thing when I'm in IKEA too. You're fine. It happens.
Yeah, when I was a kid, though, like, we never got the second option, and then we had to clean our plate at dinner, like, completely finish everything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now as an adult, if I don't want to finish everything on my plate, I save it as fucking leftovers. Like, why didn't my parents do that?
Same.
Like,
Yeah.
Same.
I it's one of those things where it's like, why didn't they just save it as leftovers? Because then there was another serving that could have been eaten down the line.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends where it's something like, so for me, I love cooking. A lot of people loathe cooking. So if
I need to
you're
learn.
if you're like, I worked so hard doing this all day, eat your fucking food, I can see how you might be like, well, finish it. Like, I worked on this. Not that I'm condoning it, but I can see where that mentality might have come from. Like, I'm done. I'm tired. You're just an extra thing on my to-do list. Eat your food. And I get that. Like, I felt that, in other circumstances before, but for me, I'm like, no, you love it. I mean, but I'm a chronic overcooker, as Cordi well knows, and I was like, oh, you're not gonna need Tupperware. We'll go through our food. Lies. So I think I sent her and Leanne home with enough food to feed them for like
I got
a couple of
3.
days.
I got 3 additional meals out of the leftovers you sent home with me.
choice.
Jesus.
So yeah, but it's the way I enjoy. I relax when I do it. I enjoy it. I have fun with it. But I can see where, like, I've been with families where that was just a chore. And it was like, just eat your food. And you're like, just finish it. And you're like, but I don't want to. Like, I'll never make my kids finish food. Or my friends. I mean, and I have one friend who always finishes the stuff that, like, the amount of food that I made, like, for y'all.
Oh, yeah,
it's
you
gone.
told me about this,
It's
dude.
gone. I love him to pieces, but I'm like, you're a fucking Kirby. You just and just suction everything up. I don't know how you do it. And so I'm used to buying for this person in mind. Because there's I don't know where they put it. They're somewhere. But yeah, I can see that.
Well, one of the things as a kid, I used to, whenever we had mashed potatoes, I would always mix my veggies in with it. But of course, like, it's potatoes. I've always finished my
I
fucking
did that
potatoes.
too.
So I would always, like, mix all my shit together. I loved making my own, like, quote unquote, what I called a
Bowls.
goulash. I called them a goulash as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm making my goulash. And but then I wouldn't, like, finish the meat or whatever else.
Yeah.
So, like, that could have been saved, but my parents were like, no, you gotta eat it. And I'm like, but I don't wanna.
You have to.
That was perfect for you. But mom! No. Oh.
What,
Okay.
Josh?
Breaking news
Oh,
alert. What's up,
shit.
Josh?
I thought of a seasonal food that I love.
We're just
Yes.
bringing it
Tell
back a
me.
little bit.
Tell me.
Candy canes.
Really?
Or like
I
Christmas candy
love.
canes.
I love candy canes. I will fucking buy a whole box and I will keep it to myself. I won't even put it on a tree. And I'll just fucking suck on some candy canes. And I get it like super sharp to where it's like a point.
That's
and then
yes.
and then
And
I'm
then he
just like,
stabs his neighbor.
That's so. I was gonna say I was literally loading in my mind. I said if you don't do candy canes like a God, what's it called? A
Shank?
Shank. Yeah. Then you can't be friends anymore. If it's not a prison shank of a candy cane, I can't do it.
but
I'm pointing at Josh.
why?
Same.
Why are we pointing at me? I'm confused.
Because you wanted to say something.
Oh, there was one year, and they've never done it again. McDonald's had a candy cane McFlurry.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god, it was the best thing I'd ever had in my life.
That
I
shit
wish that
was
they
messy.
would keep doing it. I don't care how messy it was. I loved it.
I have
Couldn't
a
you
solution
just buy
for
vanilla
you.
ice cream and
Nope.
crunch
I
candy
could,
canes?
but
Nope,
I'm
nope.
lazy.
It's actually a different type of mix. They actually use their shake mix for their soft serve ice cream, so it's got a different
Oh.
flavor to it. Hi.
McDonald's
secrets for McDonald's.
Insights.
Yeah. So so shake mix and soft serve ice cream from McDonald's are actually the same mix. But they're in 2 separate sides of the shake machine because one has to be colder than the other because soft serve.
Yeah.
And they add the syrups in the Yeah, okay, I'm going to shut up.
Wait, why? Are you tied to some
No.
disclosure?
No,
Tell
I'm just
us.
like, I
Tell
feel like
us.
this isn't this would not be entertaining to most people. I'm just like,
We're getting dangerously close
Don't
to
even say
NDA
that.
territory here.
There there are so many like TikTok spoilers nowadays. Like, okay, how to get the secret menu, or how to get this, or how to make it at home. Girl, you are wide open. Say whatever you want to say.
Well, so if we
shits
want to
out to
get
the yanker.
on, if we want to get on the whole shake machine thing, you know, because like the shake side has the syrups that automatically
Cordi!
mix and everything.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When the machine is down, is it actually down?
There
Or no?
are there are 3 reasons they may say the shake machine is down. 1, overnight did not do the heat treat cycle, so it's heat treating, which gets rid of bacteria and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So it's not clean or something?
And it takes a few hours.
Yeah.
It literally takes a few hours to heat treat, which is why they usually do it in the middle of the fucking night.
Right.
Reason number 2, they could have neglected to clean it. So it has a 14-day timer on it. And if it does, it has sensors and stuff to know if it's been taken apart and everything, so that, and it has to be down for so long when they are cleaning it for the timer to reset. So there's 14 days that, at least the machine at our store, I don't know if there's different machines at other stores. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 could be that it's actually fucking broken. And it's not a matter of, oh, I'm just going to pop on down to Home Depot to get this part to fix it. These machines are specially made so that you can only get parts through McDonald's, and they are not cheap.
So mean. Like,
they are
OEM
not
parts.
cheap. And the store itself, even if you're a corporate store, has to take it from its own budget to pay for the parts.
shit.
So if there were other repairs, like the toilet, you know, blew up or something and they had to replace a toilet that month, they may not be able to replace the shake machine
Ice
parts
cream machine.
because toilet's more important than ice cream.
Yeah.
Because if people
Yeah,
can't,
admittedly.
you know, you need to provide a place for your employees to go to the bathroom. And our store was tiny, so we only had 2 toilets, a male and a female toilet. So if one of those was down, that was a big issue.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just, whew, okay.
Well, I've heard that it takes forever to clean those bitches too, and so I'm just like,
I mean, somebody who does it, who's very experienced at it, can get it done in like an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half. But if you're still just fucking learning, it can take you 2 to 3 hours. And some of the pieces are tiny, so you have to keep track of all that shit. It's kind of a nightmare.
This is why, so nightmares, little pieces I can't handle, and then also like extra pieces I can't handle. So like, you know, like Lego as a super side note. Lego gives you like these little teensy pieces, and then they always give you extra pieces. It creates anxiety for me. Lego will always give you what you need plus like a fistful of random ass pieces. I can't do it, Lego. I appreciate the thought, but I have to yeet them. I can't keep them. They have to immediately be thrown away because I will freak out like I'm missing pieces somewhere. It's like being the engineer who built something and you're like, is it structurally stable? And you open your fist full of screws. Yeah! Close his fist. You see
IKEA!
nothing. Yes, IKEA will do that too. And you're like, I have so many questions. And you're like, will it fall down? I don't know. We'll find out. But no, like little things like that are supposed to produce food, especially like because to no one's surprise, I have like an old school Italian mama pasta maker. And it's got, like, to take that bitch apart and actually fully clean, it's a full, heavy metal, like, rotator thing. Man, I gotta really be in the mood to make you pasta. I gotta really be in the mood to make you pasta.
Because you
Not
know
that I
the
don't like
cleanup.
it, but I gotta, and it'll be great, don't get me wrong, because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all in.
Right.
But I gotta really be in the mood and really love you. Make you pasta. And I'm like, I mean, present company, sure, I'd make you pasta, but anybody else, I don't know, man. It would be a stretch. I'd have to get something in return. You know what I'm saying? But that thing has enough little crevices and parts to get in through to clean properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I hear you on that, but oh yeah, I was showing Josh the interim, so because of his candy cane thing. There's this seasonal ice cream. If you guys are like me, there's excitement here, and I was like, is it mint candy canes? Because there's a variety of candy canes.
This is true.
There's like, you know, the not savory, but the more candy flavored ones, and there's pepperminty ones. There's an ice cream that I love because I'm a mint freak like that. I grow mint. I muddle my mint fresh for like cocktails because that surprises
Ooh.
nobody. And I every year in the holidays, Dryers comes out with a peppermint ice cream, and it's literally like it's peppermints and crushed up candy canes that are in this ice cream.
Yeah.
You have not had the coolness of a frozen dessert until you've had iced cream plus mint. I feel like I am blowing icicles every time I exhale.
You
so
turn
good.
into Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Listen, I might. It was so good. But yeah, no, usually I try to empty out my freezer somewhat in the wintertime because it only comes out at Christmas. And I'll buy 2, sometimes 3 tubs, but I'll eat it all year. You know what I mean? So I have it because I won't have it again. And so we're getting closer, not there yet, but closer. And I'm like, we're gonna have to plan to like, devastate like half of these vegetables, part of this meat, because these are my ice cream zones.
I've seen your freezer. You need to get through some of that stuff in there.
I meal prep a lot. There's a lot of food.
Yeah.
I could easily feed my husband and I until New Year's Day with what we have. So
I mean, doomsday prep at that point.
the pandemic hit. I listen, y'all. I was good. I'm like, nah. I looked at it because like last year we had to pay we had to pay like a $20,000 bill last year, and I was like, did you want to eat? Because we got nothing. So I really learned to like pinch and like Great Depression level meals. And so since then, I've still have the same concept of we're low on this, find a good rate of that, buy it in bulk, and then portion it out and put it in the fridge so that it's ready to go.
Yep.
We have every single food you could want in our fridge. We have 3 different types of fish: pork, chicken, beef, steak. I mean, we got everything. Plus, I had Moroccan tofu for breakfast this morning. Like, who has Moroccan tofu? Me. To no surprise. But it's just, I've just got used to that like cycle of like take care of home.
I feel as though there's one in our group who's the complete opposite of that. Yeah.
Simon. You're right below me, darling.
I'm seeing his face like... I'm seeing
I feel attacked.
Yeah, but you also
be.
know it's true.
You should feel attacked.
To be fair, I've got bread and I've got liver pate.
Oh, stop
cheese.
with liver pate. Oh my god, I can't with you. I can't.
Bitch, I can eat for a week on that shit.
No, that seems... Ugh.
Like,
you know what?
I got
just
that
in that case,
cucumber.
I'm gonna send you some fucking peeps. Enjoy your disgusting ass self. There you go. Boom. You're getting some peeps and some candy corn. And enjoy life. Pumpkins. Pumpkins.
I've seen somebody make s'mores with peeps.
That's enough internet for today.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
Yikes.
So
speaking of
yeah,
seasonal foods, though, if anyone listening has something to add to our discussion on that, please send us an email
at
streamlesspod@gmail.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or you can DM us on Twitter or comment something. We're on Twitter. We're StreamlessP. That's the letter P and not like urination. Yeah.
You can DM me and tell me how fucking amazing liver pate is.
Don't. If you want some deviled eggs, reach out to Rhenvi. You're welcome.
All right. Well, since you brought it up, Lazy, where can we find you?
Oh shit! I'm on the Twitter, and I go by Warriors Lazy. I'm not doing very well this week.
It's okay.
You were fine. Don't overthink it. You're good.
Twitter, Warriors Lazy, and Twitch, Lazy Warriors.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yay.
Nice.
What about you, Rhenvi?
Yeah, so you can find everything linked from my Twitter, and my Twitter is RenegadeG. It's RHENE, and then a capital G on the end, and you'll find everything else there.
Yeah. And Josh?
You can find me over on Instagram as JosherXD. You can also find me over on Twitter, the JosherXD. Make sure you get the distinction there.
Yeah.
Also, I'm on Twitch every now and then. I think by now I'm probably gonna start doing. I got a thing in the future, probably like photo editing things over there.
Yay!
Just like pastime. So that's what I'm gonna be doing over there. So yeah, follow me over there.
Yeah. And you can find me on both Twitter and Twitch. Cordelia Chase, Cordilia Chase. And, you know, anything else you want to find from there, you can find in my panels or in my About Me section.
Yeah, get at us, bro.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Come at me,
At me,
Scrub Lord,
fam.
I'm ripped. No, I'm sorry.
Well, excuse.
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, folks. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.